Hello everybody, welcome to the ShopTo channel, and today I have a comparison between the Xbox One and the Xbox One S. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to notice is this one's white and this one's black. No, I'm kidding. It's the size. Now, the size of the Xbox One S compared to the Xbox One is quite a lot smaller. It just looks smaller to look at. I know the size isn't awfully smaller, but to look at, it just looks smaller than the Xbox One. And I wouldn't say it's like fat PS3 to PS3 Slim difference, but there is definitely a difference there that's noticeable, and it fits in my setup a lot better than the chunky one down the bottom here. Okay, you can see from the front here the size difference. This is obviously a lot smaller. I wanted to point out while we're here, these are actual buttons that you can press, the eject and the power button, as opposed to having the touch like capacitive buttons here and here, which I much prefer. I like a good button in my opinion. I think that's better than a touch button. From the side you can get like a better view of the size difference. There is about an inch, I would say, maybe a little bit less, between the edge of the S and the One. And obviously the shape is more square, as it doesn't have this like little indent here at the front. It looks a lot better from the side in my opinion. I don't like the sheer amount of vents here, and this one's just got the nice little dotted pattern with the holes in for the air to be expelled through. So yeah, obviously a lot smaller than the other one. Okay, so from the top you can really see the size difference. If you bring it down the front here, you can see that there's that like inch worth of gap, and there's almost an inch on the other side as well. It's really definitely a lot smaller, and I can't really show you from this angle, but I'll show you in a minute. The like height difference as well is quite nice. Okay, so from this angle you can see that it is about a centimetre and a half shorter than the original, which is good because smaller is better, and it fits in my setup a hell of a lot better than the other one. Okay, so if we take another look from the top, you can see they've pretty much got the same like layout slash design. Massive vented area with a fan just here, and you can see it right here. The circle is very visible, and some of the promotional pictures like this one here do not show the cutout for the fan as well as it shows on camera and in like eyesight, which kind of sucks because it does stand out a hell of a lot. There is angles, as I mentioned in the unboxing, sorry, where you can't see it from, almost like here you can barely see there's a circle there, but from the top it is very, very visible. And yeah, as you can see, same area with the fan and the matte kind of area. This would be matte if I had the other version, but I have the shiny gloss version. Okay, so if you take a look at the backs of both of them, you can see there is a connect port on the original Xbox One, and the S does not have that. You have to get a USB adapter and plug it into one of these. Obviously this looks a lot less cluttered as well, which I like. It is much more simplistic, and it looks a little bit less like a VCR than the other one does, and I like the modern design of the S as well. I think the white and the dots look much better than the massive vents and stuff on the original Xbox One, and I think that the design team have done an epic job with the S, especially managing to get that power brick inside as opposed to having it externally on the power cable, which is a lot nicer. You just plug it straight in. There's no messy huge power cable brick on the floor, which gets in the way of my feet under my desk and stuff like that. So yeah, very, very well designed, and it definitely looks a lot better from all angles in my opinion. Okay, so the last thing I want to take a look at is that obviously you can stand the S up. You can stand it up with the stand that just easily clips into the bottom, which is very, very nice. And you cannot do that with the original. As you can see, there's no stand included. I'm sure you could get a stand if you really wanted one, but there is no stand included. And standing up, you can see just a little bit shorter than this one, but obviously it's a lot slimmer and smaller in all like kind of other areas. So getting on to the controllers, we have the Xbox One S controller here, comes in white, and we have the Xbox One controller here. I'll take the control freak off, but yeah, they're pretty similar. And the main thing you'll notice, I think, is the grip on the back and the fact that these buttons are a lot easier to press on the S. See, like points like here, I really struggle to press the button down, especially on the left here. It's really, like when I'm playing, it can be really awkward to press the buttons down, but the bumper buttons even. But on the S, this problem is solved because they are much easier to press down. As you can hear, they click a lot better. But there is the textured back to the controller that you can hear when I scratch. And it definitely does make a difference. It's a lot easier to keep in your hand than the old one is, and I prefer the minimalistic style. There's none of this shiny stuff. Kind of ditched it with the shiny design on here and went for the matte look. You can see again at the top here, these bits are kind of glossy on the triggers and stuff, but that looks fine. and it has got the audio jack on the bottom, which it doesn't have on this one. I know you can get them with the audio jack now, like this one, but I don't have one with that. So yeah, the controller is a lot nicer. This is what it looks like when you press the button. It is white, when it's white with white when you've got the Xbox One powered on. Same with the actual button down here. This is also white, and they're all the lights that are involved on the console. But yeah, overall looks a lot nicer, much more simplistic with the black white style. I like it. It fits in with the console a lot nicer. Okay, so if you're wondering, we have the original Xbox One on the left, the Xbox One S in the middle, and the PS4, this is the normal PS4, on the right. And how they compare in size: PS4 is about an inch shorter than the Xbox One S, and it is just a little bit slimmer from what I can see. I'll put them on top of each other and do a more accurate comparison in a second. Okay, so here you can see it is a little bit shorter, the PlayStation is, but obviously it is much longer. You can see the difference there. It's about 2 inches, maybe an inch and a half longer than the Xbox One S. And so pretty much the Xbox One S, if you want to take an average, is smaller overall than the PS4, as this difference here is less than the difference on the back. But the PS4 is a little bit slimmer as well. So it's I'd say they're about even. They're both about the right size in my opinion. We're waiting to see what Sony are going to do, if they're going to release a slim PS4. That'd be interesting to see how small that is. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this comparison. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. I'd like to apologise, I'm not very good at making these style of videos. And you can check out the unboxing as well as up on the channel. So my name's been George. Hope you've enjoyed. Be sure to check out ShopTo in the description. See you later.